The first batch of Nigerians stranded in Ukraine has arrived in the country. Hi, welcome to What's Happening. These are the top 10 stories now. At number 10, the Nigerian government has donated the sum of $1 million to Afghanistan, despite Nigeria's debt profile. The Secretary General of the Organization of Islamic Cooperation, Hussein Ibrahim Taha, disclosed this in a statement. Mr. Taha, while commending the Nigerian government, said OIC remains committed to supporting Afghanistan, which was plunged into crisis after the Taliban took control in August last year. The fund is to aid the country, which is currently facing hardship under the oppressive regime of the Taliban. At number 9, suspected terrorists have killed 5 persons at Manini village near Kuriga along the dreaded Benin-Gwari Kaduna highway. The latest attack happened on Thursday, barely a week after the terrorists invaded the highway, where a student of Government Science Secondary School Benin-Gwari was reportedly shot and escaped with bullet wounds on his way to register for Joint Admission and Matriculation Board's Unified Matriculations Examination in the state capital, Kaduna. 7 others were killed by the bandits, while 57 persons, including women and children, were kidnapped and taken to an unknown destination by the terrorists. In a statement on Friday, the chairman Benin-Gwari Vanguards for Security and Good Governance, Alhaji Ibrahim Abubakar Nagwari, said the incident took place around 4:30 p.m. on Thursday when the terrorists opened fire on motorists along the highway on 3 occasions. At number 8, a former governor of Kano State, Rabiu Kwankwaso, has said he will dump the People's Democratic Party very soon. Kwankwaso stated this during an interview with BBC Hausa Service, but did not give details of his movement. Reports say he's decamping to the New Nigeria People Party. According to BBC Hausa, an unnamed associate of the former governor said Kwankwaso is leaving the PDP due to a lingering leadership crisis in the Kano chapter of the party. At number 7, the House of Representatives has rejected a bill to prohibit public officials from sending their children and wards to schools abroad without the approval of the Minister of Education. This is the second time the lawmakers are rejecting the bill, which is sponsored by Sejus Ogun. He also sponsored a bill to make it mandatory for public officials to get medical care in Nigerian hospitals, which was equally rejected by the lawmakers at the time, citing breach of fundamental rights. At number 6, the Department of State Services, Adamawa State Division, has raised the alarm that Islamic State of West Africa province terrorists are training suicide bombers in order to attack security agencies and vulnerable communities in the northeast. DSS Director, Adamawa Division, Babagana Bulama, hinted this on Thursday, adding that the department got the plan through available intelligence that the suicide bombers are aimed at carrying out a deadly attack soon. He also said the elements of the Islamic State in the Greater Sahara, who fled Mali following increased military pressure from Russian mercenaries, have entered Nigeria's territory to support ISWAP terrorist activities. At number 5, for the opt-in time, the federal government has assured Nigerians that the authorities are making efforts to end the fuel scarcity across the country. The Minister of State for Petroleum Resources, Timipre Silva, gave the assurance on Thursday in Abuja after a meeting with key leaders in the petroleum industry. According to Silva, as of Thursday evening, NNPC had up to 1.79 billion liters of petrol on ground, continuing 24-hour loading at the depots and selling. The minister's statement came at a time the special advisor to the president on media and publicity, Femi Adesina, said in the past Nigerians slept in filling stations before Buhari was elected. Therefore, the problem of fuel scarcity predates the current administration. At number 4, the Nigeria Center for Disease Control has announced the outbreak of measles in 8 states. In a statement on its website on Friday, the NCDC said the affected states are Jigawa, Anambra, Katsina, Rivers, Enugu, Delta, Osun, and Sokoto. The health agency said over 908 suspected cases of the disease had been reported in the 8 states. Measles, which is a highly contagious infection, is caused by a virus and common among children. The NCDC also stated that there was an ongoing outbreak of measles in Zamfara, which had not been confirmed due to lack of testing reagents. At number 3, President Muhammadu Buhari has approved the appointment of the immediate past Permanent Secretary, Federal Ministry of Education, architect Sonny Echono, as the new Executive Secretary, Tertiary Education Trust Fund. He replaces Professor Suleiman Elias Bogoro, whose 5-year tenure will end on the 18th of March 2022. Echono's appointment was contained in a statement by the Federal Ministry of Education through its Director Press and Public Relations, Bem Gong, on Friday morning. At number 2, Russian forces seized total control of Europe's largest nuclear power plant on Friday after a battle with Ukrainian troops. However, the Ukrainian nuclear regulator said that the fire had been extinguished and no radiation leak had been detected. The State Nuclear Regulatory Inspectorate of Ukraine disclosed this in a statement. Part of the statement said the fire was extinguished by the Ukrainian State Emergency Service units. Information on the dead and injured is absent. Finally, at number 1, the first batch of Nigerians stranded in Ukraine has arrived in the country. The Nigerians who were lifted from Romania arrived at the Nnamdi Azikiwe International Airport, Abuja, on Friday morning. The chairman of Nigerians in Diaspora Commission, Abike Dabiri Erewa, confirmed this in a tweet. She wrote, "First batch of Nigerians from Ukraine arrived at Nnamdi Azikiwe International Airport, Abuja, from Romania at 7:10 a.m. The federal government had on Wednesday approved $8.5 million for the immediate evacuation of 5,000 Nigerians stranded as a result of the Russia-Ukraine war." Always remember to wear your mask, wash your hands, and stay safe. That's all for today. See you next time on What's Happening.